Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here. My name is Janne. As Francis introduced, I'm with Let Us Speak. We are a organization focused on the right to protest, specifically for young people. So what we do, or what we have found through our research, is that there are a couple issues facing young people or preventing them from going to the streets, preventing them from finding the activist, the protester that's within them. The first one is that they are not sure if it actually really works, if it can really bring about the change that they would like to see. The second issue is, or the problem that we've seen, is that they feel like they don't have the right friends, they don't know the right people, they know that there are activists out there, but they just don't really know them or how to get in touch with them. And thirdly, they can be a bit nervous or scared. What could happen? You see all these stories in the media. We've all seen recently, you know, the things that can happen and that can make people demotivated to go because they don't know what situations they're going to find themselves in. So they are uncertain about their rights and about potential legal consequences. So through this research, we have seen that people need to see the impact of protesters, to see how protests have shaped Amsterdam, our city, the Netherlands, our country, the world that we live in, and all the beautiful changes that have been brought about by protesters. Think of bike lanes. There are so many amazing examples that wouldn't have happened, that wouldn't be here without activism, without protest. So people need to see that, they need to believe it, and we need to show it. So kind of a different narrative that you sometimes see in the media. Second of all, people need to find their buddies. They need to find their network. They need to connect with other change makers to find a change maker that's within them already. So we want to connect people as well. And thirdly, people need to be empowered. They need to feel confident. They need to feel safe. They need to know about their rights. They need to feel like they have the information that they need in order to feel that they can take the streets. So obviously, we've thought a bit about how we can actually combine these problems to solutions, which is why we are creating a game and a handbook. And we think this is a very powerful combination because a game can bring people together. It can be a really fun, low-key way to talk to people and to get to know people that you otherwise wouldn't meet. Through the handbook and the game combined, you can also learn about why protesting matters, because through the game and the handbook, we would show real-life examples of protests, and you can learn more about your rights. So we would provide information in the most accessible way possible, in the most creative way possible, so that it speaks to young people and it doesn't feel like a thesis that you're reading. So a little bit more about the game. You might have heard about the really fun game Werewolves. It's a way where the certain group of bad people need to fight the good people. So in our case, this is focused on climate for the first concept. So we have the climate activists and we have the polluters. Through this concept, we think it can be a really fun way to get people to critically think about the world we live in, the world we're leaving behind, and what we can do, how we can, do our activism in a way that feels, suitable for your personality, and also learn more about your protest rights and the activism that's already happening. And we would combine the game with our concept, which is called the +1 Pledge, which means that we partner with organizations and with people.
I'm afraid I have to cut you there if you can just finish that sentence. Unfortunately, that's your 4 minutes up.
No! So bring people together.